What's up, guys? This is game number 2 between mouzMaNa and SjoW. SjoW just taking their first game from mouzMaNa with a well-timed push. Marine Marauder stimmed in, took out a couple sentries and zealots with a little back and forth, and really just plowed through a couple stalkers for the win in that last game on Metalopolis. This year, last temple, mouzMaNa, SjoW duking it out in game number 2. This is, of course, the best of 5 in the Go4SC2 ESL finals for, well, September. It's cup number 37. And we are underway here. It is the 12th or 13th of September. The 12th was the actual day of the hosting, and these finals were delayed until today. And looks like they are underway. We've got SjoW at the 12 o'clock position, and here we've got MaNa at the 6 o'clock, and they are underway. Very, very far spawning distances from one another, and it may take a little while before they scout each other out. But let's see what's going on in that regard. Now I'm just going to do that quickly, and we're going to check what's going on. Looks like a couple more SCVs coming out and just moving away there. And the first supply depot going up now for SjoW. We're probably going to see much the same we did last game. Barracks going up after that, and a command center as well. And we're going to get that underway. Back in MaNa's base, of course, we've got that pylon up already. No early scouts from either player. On a map like this, I'd really expect an early scout. We saw a somewhat early scout on Metalopolis, so let's see if we get that again from MaNa. It looks like he's going to be putting up their gateway right about now and moving out with that probe. So kind of early scout going out there. Looks like we've got a Rax for SjoW on the other side of the map here. And more than likely going to see a refinery right about now. There it is, and more SCVs just coming out. So this standard opening, very popular. There's just giving us the update there. It is map number 2, and it's 1-0 for SjoW thus far. See you guys, I interpret German just like that. And back to the translation. It looks like back to MaNa's base. We've got that assimilator going up now, and couple probes going down on that. So he's getting off to a gassy start here. Probably going to be throwing up the Cybernetics call pretty soon. We saw a relatively early call coming from MaNa last game. Let's see what he puts up here. Yeah, there it is indeed. And what he's also going to do is scout out SjoW's base right about now with this probe. He's not going to be able to pick away at any probes just yet. Looks like that second rack's going down for SjoW again. Once again, that tech lab probably won't be going any Reaper this time, given that there won't really be threat of incoming zealots to his base. Some early pressure and whatnot. The distance just far too great for those zealots. And that probe well taken care of by that there Marine, and he gets 1 kill to his name. And well, he is going to go with the Reaper regardless. So that Reaper is kind of handy when it comes to scouting and whatnot, and even holding Zolnaga towers. You can pop it up there, pop it back down, get a good view, and do the same with the other Zolnaga towers. So that Reaper quite handy, and maybe that's why he's making use of it. There's a stalk coming out now for their MaNa, and looks like he's putting down a pylon at the one end. Probably be summing up a gate somewhere over there, but later on. We saw that last game on Metalopolis. Might be much the same. That stalker is going to take care of that edge. No probs. It's going to go down, and looks like a zealot coming out for MaNa now too. And he's setting up some chrono boost. Will he be using the chrono boost as it is there to hurry on this warp gate 6? Don't know. Stargate coming from MaNa now. That's a little development over there. Let's see what he can do with that. There's Stargate. Are we going to see a Phoenix? Something like that. More than likely. Void Ray, unlikely. It looks like we've got this Reaper in MaNa's base now, and that Reaper is going to be taken care of so quickly that I don't know if it's actually worth building in the first place. Oh, he doesn't even manage to take out a 3rd probe, so that Reaper, cost-wise, I don't know if it was worth it, but I guess he got to scout out his base. Let's see if he took a look at that Stargate. No, he did not. In fact, SjoW has no idea that that Stargate is there. In fact, so that's a bit of a problem for him. There's it going up now. Looks like we've got a gateway up too. So that's second gateway from MaNa. Back in SjoW's base, we've got these 2 Raxes, one with the reactor, one with the tech lab, and probably going to see a factory soon. Instead, we are seeing a command center. So that factory might be delayed a little bit, as will the starport in this particular game, as this command center goes up. Of course, given the distance between the 2 bases, you got quite enough time to put up a command center and maybe delay that tech just a little bit. So that's probably what's going through SjoW's mind right now, as he takes on MaNa. Let's see our map. There's that gateway finally on the way. Going to be doing that to a next to no time. There it is. out some more probes. Got no expansion from MaNa just yet though. He might want to think about doing just that. He has just scouted out that particular command center with his first Phoenix. Let's see what he does with that. Gets a good look around the space, has a good look at those two Raxes. He knows he's going Marine Marauder, and if he's really on the ball, he might start going some storms already, but because he knows what's coming. There's a Twilight Council, that's a start. He's going to go start getting a charge for the Zealots out of that, so they can chase down those Marauders as the concussive shells lay down. But these two Phoenix are just going to go around and take away as that mule. That must be super annoying for for sure right about now. Losing a mule to some Phoenix like that, that is really unfortunate. Let's see what goes on. There's a Stimpack research coming out now. Looks like we finally got that factory underway. As I mentioned, that tech just a little bit delayed, given that early expansion came down. These Marines in place just to ward off against any kind of Phoenix coming through. There it is, a couple more Phoenixes. Looks like they're going to take some abuse. Some nifty micro by MaNa there just to distribute the damage between the two Phoenixes. That was a really good play that. And he's probably going to be using these for scouting purposes alone from now on. Those Marines are in place and they're going to be taking advantage of him. But let's see what MaNa does with this probe. Is he going to summon up a pylon in the near area, or is he just going to suicide it into the main? It looks like it is going to be the latter, as it runs into the Marauder just outside, so maybe not the best play from MaNa there. But I have faith that this particular gentleman will put on a show for us. And looks like that storm is already being researched. There it is. And looks like we've got that charge almost done too. So we're going to see a couple more gateways now. Probably going to see a fourth gateway and an expo pretty soon from MaNa. I reckon that will be on his list of priorities right about now. Oh, sorry, I missed that gateway. There we go. He has got the full gateways down. And he's probably going to be putting down an expo pretty soon. Those Phoenix won't be doing much right now. But it looks like he's going to do that switch once again, putting the starport down on the reactor. We're throwing out two medvacs out of that. As soon as he's got the minerals and gas for it, there it is. But he has once again supply capped himself. As you can see, he's trying to resolve that particular issue, throwing down 4 supply depots at once. Obviously running into a bit of a supply problem there. But looks like he's got it under wraps. Looks like he's got these mules well protected by a number of Marines over there now. So no threat from Phoenix coming in here. They won't be able to take out any more mules. Let's see what happens as these Phoenix fly over. Oh, he moves his Marines out just at the wrong time. And he does lose a mule and an SCV for that. And MaNa on the other hand loses nothing. And looks like MaNa might pick up another SV. No, he does not. Does he have the energy for it? Yes, he does. So he's probably looking to pick something up just now. Looks like we've got some movement from SjoW's army here. And moving out across the center of the map. Is he going to make a move for the main? I think he is. And that can be seen by this factory that's flying over. Let's see what he can do here. Whoa, looks like that medvac is going to take a bit of damage from the Phoenix coming through. But those Phoenix are going to be working down in that factory. To try and take it out ASAP. I don't see that factory being as much a threat as the SjoW's army over here, because once again MaNa has got the storm out there, throws down 1-2 storms, and SjoW has to already pull out, and that was some amazing damage coming out of MaNa in almost a split second. And does he have enough for more storms? That's the question. He does have some more mana for some more psionic storm, and more than likely going to be warping in some more of these bad guys. High Templars so lethal. It looks like SjoW's going to be looking to expand once again. Sees that MaNa is being a little on the defense there. Going to take advantage of it. Let's try and get the expo up on the control room. Medvac can right now heal up against those storms. Might consider getting the +1 upgrade to the armor of those Marines and Marauders. Let's see what he does. Just that. See him select the engineering bay, but he hasn't opted to upgrade anything from there. It looks like more Marine Marauder heavy army coming out, just maxing up the gas, and also throwing up that expo right about there. But back in MaNa's base, I'm neglecting it a little bit. He's just got High Templars, Zealots, and a Sentry keeping at bay. You may want to think about getting a few more Sentries in there. They're cheap as dirt, and they really are quite effective. He has got 4 gateways. Looks like a 5th gateway now. That storm is and sonic research well underway. I'm going to throw up that production tab so we don't miss anything. Looks like a robotics bay going down now, and we may see some Colossi coming out of here. or at least we're going to see some immortals. Those some marauders, but let's see what happens. Looks like some lazy SCVs just being punished by those Phoenix over there as they made a transfer to go down on the rich minerals. Once again, SjoW is going to give this a try, pushing out into MaNa's base, but MaNa has much the same idea, and he's got a good view here from that dominating tower, and the storm goes down. On Marine Marauders. No stim from SjoW just yet. There is the stim though. He's going to want to run away from these storms. He's doing a good job too. He hasn't taken much damage from those storms, but it looks like that medvac is going to go down to the Phoenix, and these Phoenixes being used much like Vikings are used in a TVT, just to take out the medvac. Very cool play that. Looks like this command center is not going to turn it into a MaNa caught himself in a bit of a bad position here. He's got himself locked in here, and he's going to fight his way out of this. Let's see if SjoW can take advantage of the position here. Looks like, he's a bit slow in the micro, and he loses. He gets caught in a storm. That is not ideal for SjoW at all. He lost a number of units over there. He did not stim to get out of there either. And of course, a stim not all that useful. It does take their health down, and in fact does more damage than it's worth. A lot of players, when caught under a storm, want to just stim and get the hell out of there, but that is additional damage. But it looks like we've got a drop going on for SjoW right about now into MaNa's base, but it's not going to be capable of too much. It looks like military are coming to morph in and deal with that there Marauder. Doing much to that Arca being an event. So a bit careless with these units up here. Of course, they're not worth much anymore. Look how late this expansion from MaNa is though, and there's another one from MaNa. Very late expos of this, and I think that SjoW can really take advantage of the econ he's got going for himself and really just steamroll over MaNa if he can just get a good position on him and not get caught out by too many storms. MaNa transfer going on once again with these there SUVs, sending them to this rich mineral expansion. Going to be throwing up some gas there too. Looks like we might have another drop going on. Got just a couple Marines and Marauders loaded up in those there medvacs. Let's see what they can do. Looks like MaNa has finally got that expo up, but those probes need to be told where to go, and there they are indeed. There's a drop into MaNa's base, and that pylon gets taken out. Can he take out that pylon? See, this is the crucial pylon as well. Once he's able to take one, the storm's going to land right on top of all those Marauders. Quick. And they are getting taken out one time. So just not got to pick them up once again. That's there, he finally picks them up after they've taken a lot of damage. This Phoenix is going to be chasing down these medvacs. And he might trying to drop on this little island here, but he found that he cannot indeed drop on that island, and he's going to lose that medvac. At least he's losing that medvac with just one more in it, and not the other medvac with another more in it. Looks like just one Marine out there to hold off against this Phoenix. And not fully aware of that, but let's get SjoW. Let's get some repair on that there medvac. That's so low. Wow. Craziness. Planetary Fortress up for him now. Maybe wants to throw a little repair on that too and get things on the way. It looks like SjoW is going to be going around the other side of MaNa's base now and landing down a force of doom. Going out to the water. Probably just trying to follow those medvacs home, but not getting very far. MaNa very